Welcome, everyone. Noah here on the Dynamics Weekly newsletter and podcast. This is a special series we're running for the Dynamic Communities Community Summit, which is scheduled for October 19th through the 23rd in Orlando, Florida. Here it is, the 10th of July. The summer is already well underway. It is hot and steamy out there. And the summit will be here in no time at all. So if you haven't had a chance, if you're thinking about going to summit and you haven't registered, go check out the website, SummitNA.com, and see all the different sessions that are being presented, the different products that are being covered, the sponsors that are listed there, and all the speakers that are bringing in their knowledge to share with you during the days of Summit. We'll be talking with Academy class and session presenters leading up to the conference. And today, on our 28th interview for this conference, we have Savannah Dill with us. Savannah, how are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing fine. We just chatted a little bit before we started the call about how hot it is. Being in Florida, I'm kind of used to it. I don't know if you're used to it up north, being this hot.
Yeah, so I live in northern Indiana, right on the border of Indiana and Michigan, and July and August are typically pretty hot for us. I think we've actually had a few days that have been hotter than down in your parts this summer.
Oh,
So
really? Okay.
that's been a little interesting, but personally I love the heat, so
Yep.
uh I'm all for it.
Awesome. Well, I see that you are a business intelligence analyst at the TM Group, which I've worked with the TM Group a good bit in the past. Have you been with them very long?
I have been with them now for a little over 2 years.
Okay, awesome. It's a great organization. I was actually up there. They have a conference in May every year, Visions, and I was there maybe 2 years ago.
Mhm.
It may have been 4 years ago. So that has
Yeah,
sped by.
Vision Vision is one of my favorite conferences of the whole year. You know, a chance to connect with
Yeah.
clients and share knowledge.
Yeah, awesome. And it was a great opportunity for me to get there and meet everybody in person. I went to the office for the TM group there, and then the conference was not too far from the office. So a great little setup there.
Hmm.
So how are you working with you're working with Power BI and Business Central.
Hmm.
You've been doing this for a while?
Yeah, so it's funny. I have been in the channel for about 5 to 6 years now, and
Mm,
I can't believe how time has just flown. When I first
it will.
when I first started this journey, I had just gotten done at Ball State getting my master's degree, and I actually got it in product design, UX design, and I had no idea what the Power Platform was. I had never heard of it. My
Mhm.
base knowledge of Microsoft products was Outlook, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, the basic Office suite.
Mhm.
So when I got my first role as a Power Platform architect, that was a really like pivotal moment for me. And ever since I've really found my niche in Power BI and how I can support Business Central specifically with Power BI and extend its capabilities.
Awesome. And it is a big part of our everybody's career with Dynamics and probably anything else is that finding your niche that you are most comfortable with. Microsoft has so many products out there for Dynamics that they've rolled out over all these years. Uh, and to be able to find the product that you love working with and love sharing information with clients and other users is a great opportunity to and career path.
Mhm. Yeah, it's really incredible. Especially as you kind of fold into the community more, you really gain perspective on how technology has changed over the years. I mean, I'm 28. I'm going to be 29 this year, and you know, from my standpoint, growing up, we had just started getting like desktop computers, and we grew up with cell phones, and
Mhm.
but the generation behind me, that was different. So some days I'm very jarred with how technology is so rapidly evolving, and I can't even imagine how that must feel for prior generations to me, because it's, there's even more of a sharp uptick in how it's evolved.
Yep. And there will no doubt be even more and more advancements on probably even faster rate
Hmm.
than before. So I see that more and more, I think, especially with all the AIs that's rolling out in all of the Microsoft products.
Oh yeah, yep.
Have you
AI
been
is
to
amazing.
Mhm. Have you been to Summit before?
Yeah, I have been to Summit once. I was actually supposed to attend last year to speak as well, but I am blessed with kidney stones, so
Oh,
I actually had to pull out as a speaker last year. So I'm really really excited to be able to, knock on wood, not have any issues this year, and be able to return to Summit.
great. Well, hey, I do see that you have one session out there. And by the way, this is the first day of me doing all these sessions that I have actually seen them actually post the day of the class, the schedule, and the hours and everything on their website. So it's great to see the schedule starting to fill in with all the details for summits. So the title that you are going to be presenting is Efficient Integration, Build a Full Power BI Solution for Business Central. And you're set for October the 23rd. It's a morning session from 10:45, just 60 minutes to 10:45 to 11:45.
Hmm.
So have you done this session before?
I haven't. This is actually a new session for me. Speaking at a conference. However, over the years I've done various trainings where I've helped end users learn Power BI. So this is kind of taking that class style, maybe multi-day course, and kind of shoving it into a condensed version. So my goal here is really to go from start to finish and what it takes to build a report in Power BI, and then how you can extend Business Central using it. It's not a session where you're going to walk out a pro in Power BI and reporting and Business Central architecture and data modeling, but at
Mhm.
least my goal is to give a foundation to where you can walk out of the session and feel confident to say, hey, maybe I can start my journey, and maybe I can build a basic report. Um, so yeah, that's the main goal related to it, and I'm really really excited to do it for the first time at Summit.
Awesome. And who would be your target audience for this? Would it be like accountants, IT people, partners, anybody else that would find this session most appealing?
I think this session could really be for anyone. I
Okay.
kind of want to preface that by saying I don't want anyone to be intimidated by this session based on their role. I
Mm-hmm.
think anyone can use Power BI, and anyone can build a report that supports them in their daily work. However, depending on their end goal, say you're an accountant and you want to extend Business Central's finance capabilities as far as reporting goes, that can be a little bit more complicated than, say, a sales report.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the session really can be for anyone. We'll walk through the basic process for anyone to feel empowered to build a report. However, depending on your end goal as a user, you may require additional training and support
Mm-hmm.
as you get into kind of curating a solution that meets your needs.
Okay. And for those of us who are, if someone's brand new to Dynamics completely, um, for the reports that you're building for Power BI, Is it
Mhm.
any data in Business Central? Is sales data? Is it GL data? Is it, are you focusing on particular parts of Business Central for that data, those reports?
Mhm. For this particular session, I haven't decided what the data model will look like yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very active on my LinkedIn, so honestly, what I'll probably do is create a poll related to the session. I'm not sure if Summit has an app, but maybe I'll post the poll there too if they do. And just ask attendees, hey, this is the session, and what type of data would you like to see? If
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of a mixed bag as far as we want finance or sales or inventory, whatever it may be, maybe I will create a multi-page report.
Mm-hmm.
I am also a fan of showcasing reports that I've built in the past, as an end product, and I'll say this is the end product. This is where we'll end, and I'll kind of reverse engineer the whole thing. So there's a few different ways I could go about this session. I haven't nailed down all of the details quite yet, but it will probably
Mm-hmm.
end up being end user driven based on online support and feedback.
Awesome. And I do see it's listed as a breakout session. Those are 60 minutes. So it sounds like from what you've said so far, you're going to be in the product for the majority of that time, actually building stuff on the screen for everybody.
Yeah, yep. I honestly don't think I'll have any slides. If I do, it may just be
Okay.
an introduction slide, and that'll be it.
Sure.
It will be very product heavy. Of
Uh-huh.
course, I'm all about end users or attendees kind of following along if they want. Of course, it's a little bit difficult in a conference setting because sometimes you got to move a little fast, but
Mm-hmm.
I really think having that like hands-on element is something that's special, and if I can implement that into this session or encourage it, I definitely will.
I agree. People really like to see stuff and on the screen, in the product, live, seeing work being done and how they do it. So yeah, that's a very appealing approach to these presentations.
Yep.
I see this is listed as primary product, Business Central Nav.
Mhm.
Primary track is business intelligence and reporting. You've got the tracks, also training and user adoption and data. And
Mhm.
you are presenting the session solo, huh? No co-presenters?
Nope, no co-presenters this time. There are a few individuals that may be poking around Summit that I'm sure will be in attendance, and
Mm-hmm.
they'll probably end up picking on me a little bit, but I am all for, questions and kind of banter. That is one thing with my sessions that I really strive to have is um, I'm not a fan of just speaking to someone and having them listen for an hour. I would much rather have a session be a free flowing conversation. I don't mind if it's a little bit fluid. I don't mind if there's a roadblock and maybe I don't get to cover everything
Yeah.
that I've previously planned. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Kenny. He works at Microsoft, and I cannot say his last name, but he is on the BC product team. I spoke with him at was it Dynamics Con or Directions, uh, and I think we had a slide deck of about 50 slides, and we got through. I think we got through about 18.
What does Kenny's last name start with?
N. I'm not sure if he will be at
Uh,
Summit.
yep, I don't see him listed here for that one. Okay, so we'll miss him. Might miss him this year.
Or you could actually try P as well, but let's see if he's
Just checking the
here.
list of speakers there.
Go. I would actually be very surprised if he won't be at Summit, but maybe he'll make a guest appearance. I see Rachel Prophet; she's another great speaker. There's so many great speakers at coming to Summit and conferences that are happening throughout the year. It's so incredible to see everyone and interact. I think that's one of my favorite parts of each conference is just seeing someone in person, not just seeing them through a computer or recording or on LinkedIn.
Yep, I agree. These conferences are awesome and bring to the community the education part of it and the networking part of it. So two really important things that these conferences share with everybody. So will you have many of your coworkers at Summit from the TM group?
There may be a few. Yep. Not
Mm-hmm.
quite sure exactly who will be attending yet. But I know there will be a few.
Do you know if you'll have a booth in the expo hall?
We will not have a booth in the expo hall.
Okay. So
but I'm sure if you find one of us wandering around and you have any questions, we'd be more than happy to help in any way.
And for people who want to get in touch with you before your session or even before Summit or after your session, what's your preferred method of contact for them?
LinkedIn, 100%. So I'm super active on LinkedIn. If you want to find my profile, it's linkedin.com/Savannah-Dill. So dill like the pickle.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, send me a message on there. I'm always there. I'm always responding to people. And I just love engaging with people on LinkedIn. I apologize in advance if you connect with me and you you end up seeing me everywhere because I tend to post quite a lot. But I love talking about Power BI, and I love talking about Power BI plus Business Central specifically.
And I see that your session is going to be on Thursday, but you plan to be there the whole week?
Yeah. Yep. I'll be there the whole week. I'm super stoked that it's in Orlando. I have family there, and plus it's just Florida. Coming from northern Indiana, especially October, it's rainy. It's starting to get cold. It's even snowed around that time. So I will gladly welcome the warmth back into my life.
Have you been to the venue where we're going for Summit, the Gaylord Resort down there?
No, I haven't. Have you?
I have. So they've had several summits at that resort. Really great complex. So it's a very large, spread out area between the hotel and the conference center, kind of separated with a bridge that connects the two. But a lot of like atrium or under glass area with all the streams and the pools and the walkways, even turtles and alligators. If you have never seen an alligator in real life, now's your chance when you go to Summit. You can even feed the gators, I think. They did that years ago. They probably still do.
That's pretty cool. I'll probably end up staying away, but
They're harmless. It's the small gators.
I play disc golf, and whenever I'm in Florida, I like to play either disc golf or ball golf. And whenever I lose a disc or a ball into the water, I'm like, nope, I'm not going there.
Especially in Florida. I understand. Yep. Well, hey, let's see. So the title that we mentioned for yours was Efficient Integration, Build a Full Power BI Solution for Business Central. That is scheduled for Thursday, October 23rd at 10:45 in the morning for a 1-hour session there. Everybody's looking forward to that. So any other highlights we should mention for you before we wrap up this call today?
I don't think so. I hope to see y'all in attendance. It's going to be a really fun session. There may even be a guest appearance or two, some fun swag given away. So,
Okay.
I'm all about it.
Good deal. Well, hey, Savannah, thanks for joining me today. It's always great to share with our audience news about upcoming events like Summit. And to all of our listeners out there, if you get a chance, well, if you go down to Summit, look for Savannah. Try to meet her, introduce yourself. It's always great to associate a real person, a real face with a online profile account or an email address so that you build that relationship, because odds are if you're in this community for the dynamic list of products, you might find yourself in this community for many, many years. I know I have. So, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it the whole time.
Yeah.
All right, Savannah, thank you so much. Hopefully we will see you and everybody else in Orlando. We'll talk to you soon.
Great. Thank you.